Man City were supposed to be the people that are supposed to chase down Arsenal. I remember a couple of weeks ago, it was 2 points behind Arsenal, and everybody was like, "Oh, Arsenal have bottled the league. City are going to go on a run now." And then in the space of 1 week, Arsenal have increased that point to literally like now it's 9 points. In the space of 1 week, we're 9 points above City right now as
The
we speak.
nine you dropped and then went back to nine.
So what's happening in City? What do you think is their problem? Is it that they're not as good as before, or Arsenal is just too good for them? That's just the truth.
Mm. Yeah, it's just too good for them. That, you can phrase rubbish.
I mean, you're chasing
They're
Arsenal
just,
now. The person you're chasing
just
is not dropping.
they are just a better defensive team this season. That's the only thing I will give you. And
Ah,
that's planning from Ateta's tactics of like maybe 2, 3 seasons ago that he started becoming more defensive. That's what is helping you. So I feel like the problem with City is that defensive formation or construct when they are defending is too bad. Like
even with Gehi, the best defender in the Premier League, even with
he was
Gehi,
he was disgraced last week.
even
So
Gehi, Ruben Diaz,
it's not about having those players because
Donnarumma, the
I feel
best
like
the best goalie in the
when
world.
when City was City, you had the midfielders coming back to also mark help build up the pressure on the opposing team's attack and help displace them from the ball. But now you don't kind of see that pressure anymore. You understand? So that's where the problem is. And then Haaland not being able to fire for the past few games as much as he normally does.
And you see how the media works. Haaland has been going under the radar now. If it were your careers now, you would have been hearing the agenda.
Because you are the ones that are leading now. That's why.
No, even before that, if Gyökeres has always been in the fire.
Because they know he can deliver. But Gyökeres has not proven to us who he is.
You
So
know
they
he
know
can deliver. Why
Alan
is he
is
not, why is he not delivering? And people are busy blaming Semenyo, but people forget that even before Semenyo came in, he has been on that good route.
because he's blank now. He was scoring before. The thing is, like somebody scores every week, and then all of a sudden you probably not be monitoring whether he scores anymore. You just know he's on the list and they are winning. Now that they are not winning, you don't really pay attention or take record. But when somebody
I
scores
understand. Agenda
only
must
when,
agenda. I understand.
when somebody scores only people like Leeds, and then against big teams he doesn't score. So
Yeah.
you have to question
But
the
it's Tottenham not a big team. It's Chelsea not a big team.
who are they? who,
They are
where are
part
they
of the
on the
big
table?
six. They are part of the big six.
They are lucky to be part of the BCs.
So
At the moment, they are lucky. When Maresca was there, did you score him?
it doesn't matter. I see Chelsea. We
He's-
didn't play them under Maresca. He was injured when we played Chelsea.
That's what I'm saying. Now. So now he's playing a coach that only loves to attack, that doesn't know how to defend. That's why he can score. There's open net. So I just feel is just the main problem with City. There's nothing much. They have to work on either getting a better defensive midfielder to partner with, to either be replacing Rodri or partner with Rodri in that midfield.
But that's what I'm saying. This is the thing. People are giving Man City a lot of pass. People forget that last January, exactly this time last year, Man City spent almost 200 or something million. They bought Nico Gonzalez, they bought Mamouche, they bought Kuzinov, that defender, and they bought Vitorius, 4 players. Now that's one. And then in the summer, they bought Czechie, they bought Reinders,
And
they bought who did they buy again? I Nori,
yeah.
they bought Trafford, and then this January again, just 2 months ago, they bought Gehi and
Eh,
Semeno, two of the best, you can say top 5 or top 6 players in the league.
Well, they can't do everything now.
So I don't understand this whole.
They are yet to blend as a team. Give them another season.
Arsenal too. The same reason you're giving. You're talking about
Arsenal,
Arsenal.
you
Arsenal,
started the squad
Arsenal
from
bought.
the beginning
We
now.
bought all those guys you mentioned. The
That's what I'm
guys you
saying.
mentioned.
You bought all of them from the beginning. So they are just entering. If
Yeah,
they
but
have
I'm saying
Semenyo, if they have
apart from Semenyo and Gehi, the other players have been there
those
longer.
ones, how will you rate those ones high? Those are just players. They wanted to
That's
copy
what I'm
the
saying.
Arsenal.
Agenda must
The
agenda.
problem is that
Because it's now Arsenal.
they wanted to copy the Arsenal system. let's buy people that are not known, but they are
I
okay.
understand. Agenda
Then
must
they
appear.
bought
I
the wrong
understand.
guys. That's the thing.
I understand.
That's what I feel about them.
You guys are just giving the media just turns a blind eye to Man City. That's what I know. They turn a blind eye to Man City even when they see the writing on the wall. But it's okay. At the end of the season, we'll defeat them. So
That's what I
let's move on to the other
top four
guys that are
contenders.
supposed to be chasing for the
Manchester
Champions League
United.
spot: Chelsea, Liverpool, and Aston Villa. At the moment, three of them are. I don't know what's wrong with three of them. They seem to be like up and down. One week they are winning, one other week they're losing. As for Aston Villa right now, I think Aston Villa is on the worst run of form. I think they've lost their last three matches with huge scoreline. They've lost 2-0, 4-1, and then 3-1 to United. So, but they're just lucky because they built up a lot of points. So I think they're still 3 points ahead of Liverpool, who is fifth, and then
Can't blame them now. They met a better team.
3 points ahead of 2 points ahead of Liverpool, and then 3 points ahead of Chelsea in sixth. So out of these three teams, because I'm guessing you think United will come there. Who do you think is going to make the Champions League, the remaining two spots for Champions League? I'm still sticking with Villa and Liverpool because I think Chelsea's fixtures are too tough for them to make it. But I
Okay,
might be wrong, so I don't know.
they kind of have tough fixtures. So they have Fulham, they have Sunderland,
Yeah, but Liverpool is at
and
Villa
Forest.
Park and Tottenham is at Villa Park.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Liverpool probably come in. My prediction, looking at, I don't think Chelsea or I want to lean towards another school of thought. Chelsea or what's the name, or Villa would not qualify. I think Brentford would make it.
Wow.
That's what I want to lean towards based on their form. I think they will make it.
Wouldn't that be something if Brentford can make the Champions League?
I don't trust the manager at Chelsea and the players of Chelsea at the moment. They might want to. The closest that could sneak in is Chelsea. That's what I will lean. That's what I would normally want to lean in, but I think they are more defensively porous at the moment, or they are lacking. They kind of switch off in the game now. Maybe towards the middle or towards the end, they kind of switch off and forget what they are doing, or maybe after substitution they just forget and concede goals. Like look at their last few games; they've just been conceding goals that I don't understand why they were playing high line and the person ran above. Like that's all the things that you just need to see and be like, oh, what's going on in Chelsea? The same thing with the Champions League game, the same thing with the game before that. So I feel like, and considering their fixtures, they also have some tough fixtures. Aston Villa has more tough fixtures. Looking at it too, Tottenham will be fighting for relegation. Man City will need the point to secure second or something, and is at Etihad. Is the last game. Liverpool will need the point because they are fighting for top four. Uh, Most likely I can either end in a draw or the other team will win. That's what I'm looking at. So if you lose 4 or 5 of the next 8 games, you're more likely not going to qualify for the Champions League. Chelsea, on the other hand, also has top fixtures. So I think Brentford might narrowly scale through if they
So
really.
you're saying Brentford and who?
No, Brentford and Liverpool. That's what I'm giving this part. I don't
Okay.
trust Chelsea enough to give them. That's the problem. I don't know if the only way I see Chelsea overturning it is maybe if they leave the Champions League this week, they might wake up and start focusing more on the league. So that's why I would give it to Chelsea. But the point gap is not that much. The point gap is like maybe if Wolves win today, is like 1 point behind Chelsea and 2 points behind Liverpool. So it's very, very narrow. Brentford has Man U, which Man U by then would have probably certified themselves where they want to be.